Good morning to you. Looks like another great morning here on the Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. Welcome to Church on the Beach. We continue on today with having faith for the future. We began with the prophet Habakkuk, and we will finish this series today in Habakkuk. What he saw coming upon the face of the earth gave him fear and trembling. In the midst of it all, he had this wonderful revelation that has affected Christianity down through the ages, and it is this, that the just shall live by faith. This is the faith that Jude spoke about in that little book, and it's worth fighting for. The Apostle James says, but faith without corresponding action is dead faith. It is like the body without the spirit. There's no life there. Habakkuk, whose name means embrace and to cling to, finishes the book with jubilance, rejoicing and victory. He knew that God was in control of everything. He knew also and had the revelation that whatever problem or adversity may be ahead, that God would bring good out of it. And once again I'll say from Romans 8 that all things are working for our good to them that love God and to those that are the called according to his purpose. Job said, as surely as sparks fly upward, trouble will come. Let me say, without having a prophetic vision for the future, we will dwell carelessly. Now's the time to get ready and prepare ourselves, and remember, God's grace coupled with a godly fear will have us in a place where we know that we can go through anything. You may already have been through some very deep valleys and struggled with heavy burdens over high mountains. I want you to remember today that God was with you and he got you through it all. It's good to remember the good things that have brought you through troubled times. And out of it all, you've been made a better person and drawn so much closer to God. Habakkuk finishes the book with great victory and rejoicing and joy. Joy that was unspeakable and full of glory. We see in chapter 3 and verse 17, even though the fig tree has no blossoms and there are no grapes on the vines, even though the olive crop fails and the fields lie empty and barren, even though the flocks die in the fields and the cattle barns are empty. The city of Bundaberg here in Queensland has experienced all of these things in the worst disaster they've ever had. The recent cyclone began in the top end of Australia, but at Bundaberg it hovered over the city for some time before heading south, continuing its path of destruction. Houses were swept away by the floodwaters. People everywhere were left with just the clothes they had on. Food crops for thousands of miles were swept away or badly damaged, and there was a great loss of livestock. Some were discovered on tops of houses, others caught up in trees. And I could say much more, but you've probably seen it on world news. But thank God he has breathed in man the breath of life, and he's put something in him that's beginning to manifest and say, we can start again. You may feel today that your life has been cut off at the stump. But I want to say today, never give up faith and hope. I'm sure the old stump is going to spring forth with new life, and God will bring you into a higher place. Yet the prophet sings in verse 18 on, yet will I rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God of my salvation. The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes me as sure-footed as a deer, able to tread upon the heights. In other words, he gives me the power and ability to climb the high mountains we may be facing and get over. And by doing it, we increase our faith and are able to cope with whatever next will come our way. God bless you. I want you to have a great day. Thank you for all your good comments and encouraging words to us. Keeps us keeping on. I'm excited about this new series that starts next time. I want you to tell your friends all about it, and I know it's going to bless you and help you.